did I sell here? Hello, Xavier. Wait, I don't see what I sold. Aki is also here, MDO, Kirin. Fuck, I wish I knew what I sold. 20 million is kinda good. Road to 600 million pixels coins. So with MA in 20 minutes, gonna be an interesting one. Actually, I made a tweet earlier. What's your guys' thought? Like, if you want, you can write here in chat. Basically, thoughts on the 2.5 update. So coin changes. I think like that's just my opinion. That's why I'm stacking up coins. I think coins are gonna be. You can buy energy for coins now. So coins have some kind of capped limit of how much inflation you can have with coins, right? Because if the more coin there's produced, the more people would spend on energy because if there's many coins, then energy is kind of cheaper because energy is coins. And people would just craft more to spend it on taskbots or events. So yeah, we definitely have like an upper limit for coin inflation. Like coins cannot go infinite, but they can actually go down. They can go down if there's too many people extracting at the same time or too many bots. So if there's actually more bots, it might. Yeah, because yeah, coins are only produced on the taskbot now. Well, maybe then yeah, I don't know how the taskbot is if you're not a high level player. So if you're only a player that's mainly focused on like gathering, farming, forestry, and mining, then you might get more coins because you can spam the taskbot. But it's also limited to 120 tasks or so per day, and it's slower. Now the coins will be generated much slower, and coins are now used for energy. Yeah, it's like, wait, isn't there? There's a there's the website where you can check most disgusting update ever. Is the taskbot worth again? I'll get to the taskbot in my post here also in a second. But it depends on who you are. That's one way to look at it. Where we at here? Oh, we need to go down. Yeah, there's a limit on taskbot. So you have, out of the 9 industries, you have 8 active industries, and each industry you can get a task 40 per day, and you can have at the same time maximum active 4 of one industry. Okay, here's the coin volume. Yeah, like we were on 76 billion. Wait, I almost hold 1% of all coins in the game. But it's there's no way without wait. There's no way this is real. But we're down to 28 billion. That would be insane. Dude, that would be insane. If that's the case, I would have like 2% of all coins in the game. Dude. And Grainbro has like almost 10% or something, like you were 7%. If this is the effect after one day, Wait, so isn't OTC going crazy then? How are the OTC prices? Not yet so much. Interesting. Want to sell. Is there any sell coins? Why is it so cheap? I feel like it's back to chapter 1 in a sense, and the progression system of chapter 2 prevent bot fail. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think overall, I think the update is gonna make it more difficult for bots. But it's also gonna make it difficult for like new players that just start out now. I feel like just some stuff in chapter 2 caused a bit irreversible damage to the game in a few ways. But there's always solutions. Did you already? I'm in the middle of doing the task board. Xankix, hello, what's up? I'm a low level and I can tell you the balance is according to my level. On my task board, 10 or 8 or 3. Well, it asks me for its industry. Ah, okay. But do you get many coins also back? How's the coins for low level guys? But yeah, anyway, the energy, I think the energy update is obviously the taskbar change like has the biggest effect on the prices. But I think on the gameplay, I think the energy upgrade is like insane. It's also going to be interesting how they obviously this was just one of the first changes to food and energy production, so wineries. There will be more stuff coming, so it's going to be interesting. Should help to prevent bots. But yeah, bots might just, farm the Ministry of Innovation or something else. What strategy am I aiming for? Well, right now I'm still in the exploration phase. But yeah, I think, unfortunately, that's where I wanted to come to anyway, the taskboard stuff. Unfortunately, the taskboard right now works like they did before, just on steroids basically. So if you're an account that gets the bad tasks because you're high level in business or whatever, you're kind of screwed. But if you're like an account with only forestry, mining, and farming, then you can like get super cheap tasks all the time. That's the problem here. I mean, in a way, you will eventually get blocked. So those extractors might just need way more accounts. Most of us are screwed. I don't know. I would need to see it from the perspective of like a extractor account, basically, to know how efficient it is. Energy and coin update is good. Yeah, I agree. Just need to rebalance the task board. Yeah, yeah. The task board. I thought we would get this fully new task board, but they just changed the system a bit. Reputation. Yeah, I actually think this has one of the highest potentials long term, right? Like if the reputation system is good, then the right players should get rewarded, and bots should get gate kept. Meta skill only get blocked by the limit task. Nothing else. And yes, extractor player looking for. Yeah, so they need to make it very difficult for those extraction accounts to basically start earning, but they anyway, I think what I was thinking, how I was thinking the taskboard would work is, let's say you have 3 forestry tasks, you have 3 mining, you have 3 stone shaping, and you basically just always have these tasks open. But yeah, that was also escalated a bit when it comes to the UI. I don't know how you save the task, but because right now if I get like only bone huts, I'm kind of screwed. Oh, actually the prices here dropped quite a bit also. Password is insane, possible to do anything. Yeah, well the prices, I think we still need to give it also some time. You know, the prices are gonna stabilize. It's like basically the whole market flipped, and when the market flips, those aren't the real prices, right? The real prices is what we see, I don't know, in a week from now maybe. Yeah. My dog? Lol, my dog is still happy. Who would have thought? Usually he's like never happy. 2 tasks with 16 pixel each. Yeah, so that's the total pixel I made so far from 2 task boards, 113.5. What's the name of my NFT? Dizzy Dragons. Dizzy Dragons, that's a collection. 2 task board? Well, the one from today and the one from yesterday before the reset. Oh, I need all of this garbage here, man. Does the recipe already work for... What even was it? Bone Huts? I think Bone Huts dropped in price. Yeah, full run, basically runs. Yeah. No, not reset in terms of like clears, taskboard clears. Spoke too soon. I called the top guys. The Lou Classic. Look at all these all these guys here chilling. So yeah, Voidtonium. Okay, so we can use Voidtonium now for these. That's good to know. Where did all this Voidtonium come from? There was only 40, 50k. I think I'm still gonna hodl mine. Oh, I don't know. Wait, I think I still had a craft in my here. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do the first Ministry of Innovation craft here in chapter 2.5. Yeah, like this is basically the new winery. This is the 2.5 winery. 1 hour. Machining. Why is he walking like that? Mobile player? Yeah, I would also say it's better. Look, this guy's a OKX Fox pet. I would also say it's better. It's very different, but yeah. RJ04, hello, what's up? Yeah, I'm back. Not for too long. Tomorrow I'm actually leaving again for a secret mission. But yeah, can't tell you more about this right now. But there's some exciting stuff coming up. Also for my content. This is 50k. The other one? 50k as well. That doesn't make any sense. So basically you should be crafting these refined stone shaping kits. Am I doing this even? Ah, it's just one, whatever. Whatever. What do I don't even need to buy anything here. Green tent, tent 7. How many pixel did I get today? That's all pixel I have since the update that you can see here on top. Is tool still valuable for crafting? Ah, you only get like 1k profit. It's crazy how quick these profits disappear. But what's also interesting to see is how the prices adjust that you need. So like that these resources all drop, very expected, very sad. Fuck man. All my butterberries. Luke, pump my butterberries. I have so many. I think I've over 50,000. 50,000 times 100. 7.5 million. Yeah, I could have sold these for twice as much. How much coin I spent for those pixel? Pooh. That's really hard to tell. I don't remember because the prices were moving up so much, up and down. It's like not really possible. Dude, what did they do with my tier fucking... No, my trees. Why? I have so much wood and now it's worthless. They actually rocked my land items. They didn't give me a warning. How unfair. Should have given me all the alpha. Yeah, also these are kind of garbage right now. It was very expected. Slug actually going up and supply going down. Oh, these are not tradable now. Yeah, of course. Wait, so how is... You can still buy those. Honestly, if those become untradable, I would advise you just get like 1 stack or 2 stacks, you know. Farming this takes incredibly long. And you can do only 1 coop every hour, so... Like, I was also getting 1 of each vine and some stuff, you know, especially stuff that you need the winery for. But I'm not, you know, there's no way I can chill or pump anything. Same with these, sell some eggs. Don't spend crazy much, but just get a few stacks of each. Might be good, might be, because there's no way now to buy them. And farming these is taking very long. But if that actually plays out for me, I have so many. I'm gonna be chilling. Yeah. Where are these ads coming from? Is this from... Oh, you guys don't see it. Is this from the website here? I think it is. Anything I need to pick up here? No. Can't log in Pixel Game. Did you get banned? If you got banned, you need to appeal for an unban. Otherwise, also support ticket. Support ticket is always your first address here for when something goes wrong. So that's actually stone shaping trash can. But yeah, obviously business tasks suck. They block you. Yeah, I think business tasks are like the biggest issue. What is the price for Bob Ranch? Well, it's very easy. There's no longer demand. Like before the old taskboard, right? It was all about logs and planks, and you know, like basically those, or like the crafted version of this. Then it was way more crops like carrots, butterberries, and so on. But yeah, all of that is no longer relevant. It got replaced with new tasks, right? Basically, all the tasks, they're fighting for a market share of how frequent they come. Now there's also the limit of how many tasks you can do. And you also had, you know, more extraction accounts who were like only turning these in, so yeah. I have so much, I don't know how much wood I have, but I think I sold at least half of it because it already felt like the price was high, so I'm happy about that. But I still feel like tier 4 items should be worth more, so I'm not too worried about keeping the rest. But yeah, that's also what I did. You know, I kept like 3 stacks of each wine. Honestly, might not even be enough because, yeah, I think it's gonna go away pretty fast eventually. And once you run out of these supplies, like you can't, like you guys shouldn't underestimate what it means if you cannot craft, if you cannot buy items and you need to craft everything yourself. Everything. So that's gonna, you know, a big change to the gameplay. Wait, I have no potberry one. Fuck. Wait, I just realized I don't have. I need to go craft some potberry wine now or what? Can you still buy this shit? There's no fucking way. How did I forget about that? I knew there were some wines I was missing, but... Hello, what did they change about taskboard? Pooh. Should have actually maybe made a video to this maybe. Fuck. So I need to fucking craft some potberry wines now. And like... Okay, we're crafting some potberry wines, guys. Potberry. Step number 1. Buy some potberries. 200. Yeah. Ah, come on. Okay, 300 potberries. Step 2, buy some honey. Honey. 50 should be enough. Let's do 66. Step 3, get some cooking mix. 400 should be enough. Alright. Next step. Find the Terravilla winery. Some of these items never been traded or used. They added it so it will pump the market. It's not so much about pumping the market. Like whatever you add to the taskbar is basically creating demand for these items. So how does this now work? It only takes 1 minute. Nice. let me craft those single bottles of wine. Nice. But yeah, how did the taskbar change? We're gonna go back to the taskbar in a moment. Ooh, actually the AMA is starting. But yeah, basically taskboard, you have new industries, new like business and new item types that the taskboard wants from you now. And you have a limit, so you can only do 40 of each industry. And also you can have only 4 tasks for each industry active at the same time. But yeah, I will get
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live stream. We have a lot to talk about, don't we? Okay, yes. Yesterday's update was major, so we're going to go through all of that, and then we have something fun in store, which we will also
Halloween
maybe
leaks
be launching very soon. So yeah, if you have any questions, throw them in the YouTube live chat or the Twitter live chat, not the comments, the live chat on Twitter itself. And let's keep it farmer friendly. Let's have a good time. That song really pumps me up. I saw you guys really partying in chat with me. I think we're on the same level here. All right. Oh, I'm echoing. Okay. I hope I sound okay. Let's bring up Luke.
Hey everybody. No, I'm excited. We finally got the chapter 2.5 update out. It's not perfect, but initial reception is split, but mostly positive. So it changed a lot. It changed the way you guys interact with the game, most of the game meta. So I know people don't normally like change, and these are changes that we had to do. But there's a lot to talk about in this AMA. So I think today, this AMA, we're gonna do a little bit of a different format. Here, I have the agenda up here for today. Let me share this really quickly. Yeah, so basically what I wanted to go through was I wanted to do like a walkthrough with all of you guys on what exactly we changed, what was the update of chapter 2.5, and yeah, we're gonna go through some other stuff too. So we're gonna go through what's next. We're gonna go through like some ecosystem updates as well too.
Ecosystem update, that's gonna be interesting.
Sweet. So yeah, Heidi, I think what we want to do first is we basically want to go through and kind of do like almost a live change log update or like a live patch note. So what we want to do is we want to go like one by one, everything we changed in this big patch. And we wanted to go through all that. So I'm not sure if you're comfortable sharing screen, Heidi, and going through these changes. That'd be really sweet to do that.
Let's go. Okay.
Is
so
the audio good?
I think let's just go in the order of the release list that we posted on Discord yesterday. So I believe the first one was the Infinifunnel / Taskboard updates. So I'm gonna click on mine here. Luke, do you want to kind of speak to the changes and stuff a bit while I deliver?
Yeah, so Taskboard's one of the big areas that we changed a lot. So Taskboard V2 came out in this update, and obviously, anytime that we touch the taskboard, we're going to hear a lot of feedback on it. Now, there's a bunch of changes that we made here. So basically, how this taskboard works is now we have added a lot more items inside of the taskboard. Basically, the entire taskboard task list was rewritten, and it balances a lot better. So when we talk about balance, there's a few things to talk about. The first thing when we talk about balance is you have to think about the like progression through the taskboard. Previously, the progression to the taskboard did not make sense. And some of you guys would notice it and comment on it a good amount. For example, sometimes you guys would see that higher levels weren't earning as much pixel as lower levels and all of this. So this is kind of a update to help go through that progression and make sure that these tasks feel more fair, balanced, and all of that too. The other thing that we did was we started to add a lot more items into the task board that weren't there previously. Now, this is a slight change in strategy than what we had before. And this is something that we'll be adjusting a lot. So the first change that we made was we made default any item craftable in game is now able to be used in the task board. So that means there's a ton of other things in here. Now, this changes the way that you guys play the game a lot, right? Because a lot of you guys have been optimizing for creating meta around just a few different items inside of a task board. And that also means that a lot of those items that are now in the task board, you might not see in the marketplace in the same way, right? So I know some of you guys use extensions that show the like coin value from the marketplace of some of these items. What I do have to assure you guys here today is like you have to let the economy balance a little bit for this, right? Nobody's been making these items. There's not many of these items in the marketplace. So actually the real meta right now is you might have to go craft some of these items yourself, right? Which I know that's not how some of you guys like to play. I know that some of you guys like to just sit in front of a task board, go back to marketplace, task board, marketplace, task board, marketplace. The meta is shifting. We're actually not rewarding that as much anymore. Now you actually have to be a little bit more active and involved in the game, which I know some of you might not like that, but we do think it's probably healthier for the game economy and healthier for the game in the long run, right? What we don't really want people to do is we don't really want people to like treat the task board like a slot machine. That's not really the intention behind it, right? This is a game. You got to go and play the game. And then also what this does is it makes the like core game loop a little bit more bot resistant too, which is great. And on that note, these changes of chapter 2.5 have already seen some pretty positive benefits there. We'll dig into like what exactly we're going to do with all of this kind of stuff as well too. But yeah, task board has a bunch of changes. I'm sure we're gonna get a ton of questions on that. So we'll dig into the task board questions for a large portion of this AMA later. We'll kind of explain to you guys what we're thinking with that, how we are like going about this, all that too. So what else did we change in chapter 2.5? Just move on really shortly. We'll get back to task board questions towards the middle of the AMA.
Okay, so the next one is reputation. We can talk all about that. Let me just kick it off by saying I can show you my reputation score, but it's not really representative of the average user because I do own several lands and therefore have a very high reputation score. Oh, I thought it was 8,000. It's 10.
Lol.
So I can't really demo this one. But reputation system. So we've been getting tons and tons of questions on this, like how many reputation points does this XYZ thing give me? And it's not that simple anymore. It's a very complex, smart system. It's way better, which means you can get reputation from so many different things. Let me actually pull up the list. We listed them out in our game updates, a bunch of different examples of what you can do to increase your reputation score. Like I said before, it's not a 1-for-1. It's not like I do this, I get 80 points just like it was before, which is why we can't explain exactly what you're getting because we're looking at so many different things. So like myself, owning an NFT land gives you a lot of points. That might not represent the average user, which we understand. Having VIP, that definitely increases your score, as it always has. Having a Pixels pet. And then there's easy things you can do. So completing quests, like we have a few new quests in game over the last few weeks. Go ahead and participate in those, do those. There's one, like if you purchase coins right now, you get a little bit of reputation, right? And, you know, participating in live ops events. So, you know, my background here is leaking a little thing, right? So, which we'll explain in a minute. Example of some live ops events, connecting your social accounts, playing the game. Like, okay, well, what are your levels? Like, how long have you been playing for? Like, all of how are you interacting with the game? There's so many different things we can look at there. Guild activities. Are you in a guild? Do you participate in guild activities? Do you own any integrated avatars, right? So the whole purpose behind this reputation system is really to reward real good players, not bots, right?
Yeah,
just bluntly,
awesome too, because it ties into a lot of the ecosystem stuff that we're working on as well. So reputation is the base for a lot of trust inside of Pixels. So essentially, if you have high reputation, we can do things like give you more benefits inside of the Pixels game. We can lower the amount of taxes that you need to pay or transaction fees that you need to pay. We can give you more access to things like trading, to all of this as well. What's get really interesting is when we start to introduce like other games inside of the ecosystem. If we ever have another mint, things like this, the reputation will really matter for that kind of stuff. Like I want to talk about this stuff more, but I can't yet. But for example, like we're onboarding some more partners into the Pixels ecosystem. And one of the things that people talk to us most about what they want from us, and one of the most useful features that they could be using is the reputation system. Because what's going on in Web3 gaming across the board right now is that a lot of games are finding out that they have bot problems. And it's not a unique to Pixels thing, but Pixels has been putting in probably the most effort in bot prevention and detection in the space. I can confidently say that. And we have a lot of tech that we can start to share with people that come into this ecosystem as well. And you'll start to see other games in our ecosystem utilize this reputation thing as well. So, biggest, easiest example is maybe if there's a new mint in our ecosystem, like we bring in a new game, they want to do a new mint. Reputation is a really good way to filter for good players who would be most likely to mint it, to stop bots, and we can start thinking about incentives for this kind of stuff. Or if there's like free-to-play mechanics in their game and they want to give out rewards to players, rather than starting from fresh and all the bot prevention, cyber prevention side of things, they use our reputation system. And then we can also work back and forth with them too. So reputation's awesome for that reason. We have the baseline right now. We've been putting a ton of work into this. And yeah, there's a ton of benefits in game right now for it as well.
Okay. On to the next point here. So coin and energy updates. So first of all, we launched Berry Blast, and then we made energy consumables not tradable. We adjusted the pixel pricing for coins, and we have a new quest, which I already mentioned. So Luke, do you want to kind of dive into those while I show them?
About the new quest you were saying?
No, so the coin and energy updates.
The coin and energy updates. Yeah, so I see some comments on this already too. So yeah, changes to energy are really big. And this is probably affecting your gameplay more than you think. Basically, when we were thinking about the energy economy inside of Pixels, this is one of the areas that was most abused by bad actors, bots, Cybele farmers, and rule breakers. And yeah, you guys know, because I know a lot of you participated, and like we're buying energy in game. But this is like a large reason that a lot of these accounts were botting in the first place. And it was really kind of silly, right? Essentially, they were botting to create energy to sell it to players. And instead of that pixel getting spent or like burned, like it would be if you spent pixel at Pixels, that pixel was just going to botters who are maybe not so great holders of the token and good stewards of the token, right? So what we decided to do is we decided to make really big changes here. We wanted to price energy more competitively inside of our game, and we wanted to make it so that wine and energy items were no longer tradable. Now, we know this changes the way that you guys play the game a lot, and sometimes it might make it so that you can't play as much if you are trying to buy energy in the same way that you used to. Now, the idea is this is really similar to free-to-play games, right? Like basically every free-to-play mobile game with an energy system does monetize like this. It follows that pattern a little bit closer now, right? So rather than going to like a third-party energy supplier, now you can buy it much more safely from Pixels. And then the benefit again is all the Pixels spent in the ecosystem, 80% of it goes to community treasury, 20% goes back into ecosystem rewards, right? So it should feel a little bit better to be using it here too. We also made changes to coin pricing as well. So that's priced a lot more competitively. And coin pricing is stabilized to a US dollar price.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, end goal here, or the big thing that we're trying to achieve with these energy changes is one, we don't want to make it so that players feel like they have to do 3,000 tasks to stay competitive. This actually, and we're seeing it already, is bringing the average number of tasks completed down, which is what we want. We don't want to make it so that somebody has to do so many tasks every single day. This is also making it so that if you want to be competitive in the game, you don't have to do as many tasks per day either. Now, there's a lot of tweaking that we'll have to do here still. We'll talk about the task force stuff more because this all relates together. But yeah, that's the main idea there.
Okay. Before we move on to the next one, just because I keep seeing this like unrug shore limes, free my shore limes comment. I did want to say that we've already freed your shore limes. They should be tradable now. So we updated that several hours ago. Glue, I've never said that out loud. Seltztheme eggs. Eggs, honey, and shore limes are all tradable. So they've been unrugged. You're good. Okay. On to the next point. So we've got the winery update. So
I mean, makes sense.
We have removed the full winery in Terravilla, and we've replaced it with a basic winery that is currently capable of crafting single quantities of like Potberry wine, Rainbow Shine, and a couple others.
Made changes to coin pricing as well.
We're there for now. The existing wineries on NFT lands are all now considered T4. So if you want to do like a bulk crafting session or those higher level ones, you have to go to NFT land that has a winery, and they have been renamed to vintage wineries. But let me just head over to our miniature basic winery in Terravilla here, just because I think it's really cute. The whole narrative that their design team was coming up with here was that Winoa was like doing it out of her trunk or something. So I was actually expecting it to be like a broken down pickup truck or something. But this works. I think this works. Let's see. I think I have. There we go. I can do some grain shine. Perfect. Is there anything you wanted to speak to on this one, Luke? The winery update?
Yeah, so there's going to be more updates coming to wineries. I think we're shooting for next week as well. What we want to start to do is, again, the way that you are consuming energy changes now. No energy is, well, actually, I actually might be wrong on that. I think we actually are going to introduce some positive EV energy. What that means is there actually might be in the tier 4 wineries certain recipes where they give more energy than what you put in. But if we do that change, wineries are going to go to single use and they're going to be very limited, right? So it's going to be a really big perk to have a winery on your land, right? It'll be like a way to get more energy inside of the game. How most of the other wines will change the tier 1 to tier 3 is they'll still be negative EV, if that makes sense, and not tradable. The reason why these energy items have to be non-tradable is even if they're negative EV, when I say negative EV, I mean it takes more energy to create it than it gives you through drinking the wine. If you're able to make a ton of them in bulk with a bot, then it kind of ruins the point of it, right? That's still basically unlimited energy that bots can create. So this is a game systems change that's pretty big, and it's going to impact the energy economy a lot. Again, end goal here is you don't need to burn through so much energy a day to get the same outcome that you guys normally wanted.
Okay. All right. So the next one is we have a bunch of landowner updates. So first of all, landowners are now VIPs by default. So you have to be holding your land for 7 days. So if you're renting, for instance, you have to have held it for at least 7 days. And then you will unlock 24 hours of VIP benefits. And then every 24 hours it updates. And that's just so that we can continuously check, does this person still actually own this land? So with VIP, obviously you get all the VIP benefits. You get the extra inventory rows, the tasks, and the fee discounts, the energy in the sauna, all of that. And then another one that we updated for landowner benefit is that surplus rates have been increased from 2 to 4% to 4 to 6%, depending on map skills. And so how the map skill part of this works, actually, let me kind of demo, although my map skills are quite low. But if you click on here, these are your map skills. Oh, okay, wait, that's higher than I thought it was gonna be. Let's go, Lemonheads. All right, so 0 if you have 0 map skills, your surplus is, pardon me, 4%, and if you have 100 total, it's 6%, and then in between it's in between. So that those are the ratios for that. The final piece we updated here was the ability to blacklist. So this is a feature that landowners have been asking for a very, very, very long time, and that is an ability to actually stop users from using their lands. The reason landowners have been asking for this for a while are mostly due to users that maybe were doing some sort of irritating foul play, you know, not harvesting their crops, or maybe just, I don't know, they just didn't like the vibes. So we have implemented this feature, so I can demo it here, because I actually blocked Luke from this land.
Oh, hey.
So yeah, Luke can't come to 180, so we can have a party on 180 later without Luke. So anyways, that's my demo for this one.
Yeah, somebody's asking for the specific formula to calculate land surplus. I feel like you guys are just gonna reverse engineer it, so maybe we can just post it later.
I mean, it's pretty simple though. Like, you can, if you can figure it out if you really want, but 0 map skills, 4%, 100 map skills, 6%. I think it's linear in between that. So
map skills matters now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, sweet. I've been starring a ton of questions also, so there's gonna be a ton of stuff that we go through. We're gonna save a lot of time for questions today. What else should we run through really quickly? What other updates do we push out?
So we have crafting updates. So crafting mix is back. There's recipes that required Voidite Matrix now use Voidtonium. I know there was some issue with that yesterday, but I believe that we fixed that already. VIP Legacy, let's quickly talk about that one. So when we rolled out Reputation, was that last week or the week prior, and we ended up having to roll it back just because there was a bug that we uncovered, we also implemented the new fees in the marketplace. Now, this didn't align obviously with what we promised VIPs thus far, so what we decided was that if you have VIP right now, you will keep your 1% until it expires. And once it expires, you will have the new marketplace fees associated with your account. Now, there was actually a small issue with it yesterday, so we did temporarily roll it back, and it's going to be re-implemented in the next couple days. So we might have to do like a quick update again just to get that piece back in. I think our dev already knows exactly what's happening there, so it's no problem. But that is one note on that one. So I mean, if you don't have VIP right now and you want to get on top of it, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying. You will be included. Okay, and then lastly, mailbox expirations. So for some like events and stuff like that, I think over time we might implement it more and more for things, but I think for now it's just some of the live ops events. If you receive a mailbox item, it will expire after 30 days, so just make sure you're collecting. I should probably listen to myself. Oh, I have this like, hold on, I can't access my HUD because of the live stream thing is over top of. Anyways, I guess you guys just can't see how many mailbox items I have because it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's all like a flower. So anyways, that's the bulk of what came out yesterday. This was like a big update for us. There were lots of things that we've been working on for a long time, and as we constantly say, and Luke has reiterated, we're here, we're listening, we are ready to make changes as we see fit, as we get your feedback. We've already been doing it a lot, and yeah, we're gonna keep pushing. This is just the beginning too. Like this was a major update for chapter 2.5, but there's still more things coming.
All right, sweet. So lots of questions here. We're gonna dive into some of them. We also have to do that reveal. So maybe at like the 10-minute mark left, we go and do that because I think we'll probably have like 20 minutes of questions to answer here.
Sounds good.
Here. I like these comments. Pixel is dead now.
I like this comment.
No, it's not dead. What I'll say is people have been saying Pixels is going to die any minute now for 3 years. And we're still around. We get bigger and bigger every year. And what we're doing here is we're putting in a lot of the hard work to build something real. And clearly the team is putting in effort, right? So chapter 2.5, this update. We don't promise perfect updates, right? I think I have a strong opinion. If you release something perfect, you waited way too long to release it. That being said, overall, we think this is the right direction. And it's looking pretty positive by the numbers. There are a bunch of things that we need to tweak though and fix. So there's not everything perfect. And specifically around the task board is where I've been looking and digging into most of the time. There are a few things with current task board that we released yesterday that we know that we need to improve and are getting worked on now. So here's a couple of the comments. Please fix the task board for high level skill. I pulled it up. How can it be that I delivered 300 out of the maximum 320, but only got 20 or 2 pixel tasks? Where else? I like this comment. Read the chat, devs. Don't be ignorant. I read every single chat message, is what I'll say. Yeah, the person who makes the relationship between Trice demand and task board must have some illness. And
I said be farmer friendly. Yeah, there's nicer ways to say things.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't care. I do think that you guys should be nicer sometimes. But like, I don't care. So tier 3 metal bars are rewarding way less than tier 2. Okay, so here's what's going on with some of the task board changes, and here's how we're thinking about it. So 1, total pixel outputted, we're going to buff that a little bit. So anytime we do a new task board change, there's always risk that we're just going to mess everything up, right? And actually, it didn't look like we messed everything up yesterday, which is great. We look at a couple different things when we look at how effective the task board is. And here's the metrics I'm thinking of. 1, I really care about % of players seeing a pixel task. I really care about % of players who get a pixel task. And then when I look at their reputation, it matters too. And when I look at their total levels, it matters too. Like my end goal when we make task board changes is basically I want to see our real players see more pixel tasks more often. That's us doing a good job. And some of the metrics that we're seeing yesterday, they look like they're trending in the right direction. Some metrics that we're looking at, we need to make a few changes. But that's the work that's going to happen this week and the next week, basically. So it's in a decent spot for just getting this new task board that you can really only test with an entire player base out in prod yesterday. But there are a lot of changes and tweaks that we're going to make. So again, the key things that we're looking at are 1, % of players seeing a pixel task. 2, also looking at % of high level and different levels, how often they see a pixel task. 3, I also like to look at reputation as well, because I think reputation is a really good signal for a good player inside of the game. Even though that's not, when I say it that way, what I'm not trying to say is high reputation gives you more pixel. But I think there should be a correlation.
Why is that
basically
8 coins?
If you are high reputation,
Like,
the
why
other
is
things
there
you've
8?
done in the game will probably have led you to have more pixel, but it's not directly because of your reputation. So
Are they collabing?
here are some of the tweaks that we're going to do. I think task board gave out like 30 to like 40% less pixel than it should have yesterday. We're going to buff it about 40%, 30 to 40% today. So that should get it back to the total level of output that we were at before chapter 2.5. So inherently, there's going to be like a 30 to 40% buff on task board just from yesterday. The other thing that we're looking at a lot too is the type of task getting done, the completion % of each task, and like the levels of each task too. So some of the things that might not be right are the different balance of tasks that you're getting. So some things that we noticed yesterday is actually a lot of the tasks, like obviously cooking is a lot more common than it was before because we really nerfed cooking. So the % cooking tasks have increased a lot. It seems like farming tasks are taking a lot of task board too. We want to balance it across the skills a little bit better. So we've also made some changes to the tasks that you see too. If you were somebody who only leveled up certain skills, you actually might start to see tasks that are from other skills now a bit more as well too. I saw somebody comment on task board cost.
Where's this
And
quest?
here's one thing that you need to think about when you think about the task board. So right now, basically everybody's been optimizing for one meta inside of Pixels, and there's not that many marketplace listings for a lot of like the rare items or the items that weren't in the task board before too, right? Now it's going to make sense for players to go out and do other things inside of the game besides just farm. Like I expect to see more marketplace listings of all these different items over the next like week or two. On that one, I think it's a little bit of a wait and see. So if you're so used to basically buying every single thing in your task board from the marketplace, yes, you did get nerfed a little bit because now you actually have to go out and do some of the work. How we balance the task board is around the energy required to create something. So the energy is balanced. I can promise you that. Basically, all of the energy that you have to go in to put to create an item from scratch is how we have set up the task board now. And it makes sense and it progresses in the right ways. Now, it doesn't always reflect the marketplace prices because basically how the marketplace is going to end up working is it's going to balance to the task board, right? So wherever the task board goes is what the demand will start to be. The task board is basically buybacks of all of these items in the game economy, right? So it kind of sets the baseline for demand. But yeah, it seems like there's a few areas that people don't feel like it feels right. Like I'm seeing some comments on what happened to the high level, high rewards. Seems like low level extractors can still earn a lot, making it seem difficult for high level players to profit. LOL, and you killed animal care. Yeah, so these are the kind of stats we're looking at. We have less than a day of data right now. So part of it is we have to make some data-driven decisions, right? So we actually have to look at what's going on in the task board every single day. But these are the things that we're looking at, basically. We're looking at, I kind of wanted to show some of the charts, but I don't know if it's a good idea because they're not super organized, but they are there. Here's some stuff that we're looking at, basically. Let me see if I can pull it and show you guys. We look at it by skill. We look at it. Here, I'm getting this tab up now. Okay, yeah, this is supposed to be over here. Okay, let me share my screen in this mix panel because I can show you guys kind of some of the stuff that we look at. We like to look at it by skill. So basically where the earnings are by skill per player. So, and by different skill level too. So you can see that some of the things are going well, but there are some outliers too. But generally what we've done here with some of the task board changes, I don't know if you guys can make sense of this graph, but this graph here, just to give you an example, is the average earnings in the task board per player, just in the farming skill, and then it's by skill level too. So you can see that higher level farming players actually do earn more in the task board now than like lower level ones. So the 90 to 100 skill level, they're earning like 31 pixel on average in farming per day. 70 to 80 is earning 27. 60 to 70 is earning 21, and it goes down, right? As you go down. And like the low levels actually aren't making that much pixel. But this is all the kind of data that we're looking at. Basically, like the team is like, they're really analyzing this. So if you give us just like a week or two to go through all of this, it'll start to feel even better day by day. This stuff is really easy for us to adjust, basically. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to dig into that. And if there's more questions around this, I can also start to talk about that too. They don't listen to all of you and they won't listen. Getting pixel will be much harder and harder because the game is already dying. It's actually really funny. What I'll say is if the game starts to die and there's less users in the game, that means more pixel per user. That's how our system works right now. So here's how we think about distributing pixel, right? Like the biggest thing that we can do to get more real users, more pixel, is to get on top of the bot prevention and detection, right? If we did nothing about preventing bots, they would be draining a ton of the pixel. Like basically, real users would get 0 pixel all the time. A lot of the bot prevention and detection stuff has like gotten a lot more of those earnings away from bots lately and into real users' hands. So that's important. The next thing is if we're on top of that, then we need to next get really good at getting Pixel to the right people inside of the game. So that's through these mechanisms like the game design of Taskboard. That's also through other things that we're working on, like user segmentation. And user segmentation, it's kind of a technical term, but we've talked about it before in these AMAs. Basically, what it is it's a data science driven approach to kind of understanding who your users are and who are the best people to give out rewards to. It's kind of like economics, where basically when we give out a pixel reward to a player, we want to know what you do with it. The reputation system is a pretty good proxy for this kind of stuff, but there's a lot of other back-end work going on too. One of the coolest things about the reputation system that we just released is we started introducing this in the reputation system. We started doing some of the data science and like segmentation, and you actually get some boost in points based on some of the different profiles that we've created on you.
Okay. I'm going back to the theater, guys.
Oh, here's a good question about wineries. It's just not true the NFT land wineries can do nothing that the Terravilla one can't. Why won't you learn how your own game works? Elephantium, I know you're a nicer person than that. So with the wineries, the Terravilla one and the like tier 4 ones, the ones that are only on land, they might do the same thing right now. There's another update coming out in a week that'll revamp wines. We wanted to get out yesterday, didn't make it. It'll go out next week, if not the week after. We're shooting for next week. It should be ready by next week. But that'll start to introduce new wine recipes, and that'll be available in this tier 4 winery. So it's coming. We know how the game works. And then grills are related to this, is what I'll say. Basically, we're gonna do wineries first, and then grills are next. But we do like the fact that we can play around with the energy economy a little bit. Now the energy economy is 100% different than it was 3 days ago. And now we can actually start to like buff it in certain areas that we want now, that we have it under control, right? So now we can start to do things like actually introduce like a positive EV loop if it's tightly controlled. Like for example, if we make grills single use, we can actually make them like profitable when it comes to energy. If they're like very limited, right? Or if they're single use. So expect some changes like that soon. Wineries will come first. Oh, somebody asked, what is the use of cooking now? So yeah, I mean, cooking is a little bit different than it used to be, right? You used to be able to like cook items and trade them, right? Now, I think you can think about cooking a little bit differently. It's almost like basically saving time for later, or like using time now to use it later, right? It's kind of like banking playtime in a way.
So we should buy cooking
where
items
if you want to go cook and you don't want to like use all that energy now, or you want to like kind of go in a burst, like say for example, if we had a live ops event where you might need a lot of energy in a short amount of time, like cooking and preparing for that would be pretty useful, right? The other thing too is like there's a lot more cooking tasks in the task board. If you saw that like chart that we posted or just like shared a second ago, you'll see that like cooking tasks increased a lot. Now here's another interesting thing to think about, and something that we actually might need to change the task board. We've been talking about this a little bit today. One thing that we haven't factored for in the task board is the annoyance factor of certain things. And that way it might start to experiment with buffing a little bit. So for example, if you look at some of the task board items now, there are items that might require like multiple crafting steps. And we balanced it right on the energy side of things. What we haven't accounted for is just how freaking annoying it is to make some of them. Some of these things we might experiment with buffing. What we'll be looking at there is task completion percentage. That'll be a pretty good tell. Like certain tasks are getting completed a lot less because they're just annoying to do. It might make sense to give them like, a 10 to 20% pixel buff, right?
Huh? Why is it not working?
Oh, and then this is a good question too. What are the team's plans for handling the winery limitations, considering there's only 30 in the game? So this is the kind of stuff that we love and we want to start reintroducing. I personally have the feeling that scarcity inside of this game is one of the most fun game mechanics to play on. It leads to a lot of interesting game meta. Where if you remember chapter 1, one of the biggest flexes was owning an apiary and having it on the land, right? And it created a whole meta around finding the right land to go to that had an apiary, right? Also, you saw like some Pixels whales, like, really, really invest in apiaries to get that land to be more attractive too. This is the kind of meta that we actually think is great because it requires like a bit of finding and searching. That's one thing that Chapter 2 kind of ruined that we don't love. So we want that rarity around industries again because we think it creates really interesting meta, especially now that we have guilds more integrated into the game too. The other cool thing that we can start to do is we can start to give out like a really small amount of wineries through things like events. So we've been talking about chase content a lot, right? Chase content is basically items in game that people really want that you would probably spend pixel to try to get. And more wineries or more industries that are rare are great examples of chase content that are much easier for us to do now. Somebody said, bring back animal care tasks and remove windmill and Terravilla. Bring back competition on lands. Yeah, I like that. We'll talk about the windmill thing in our team meeting tomorrow. I think it makes sense. I've seen this comment a few times. And then, yeah, animal care tasks, I think we just have to turn them on. So what's interesting about this task board now is it's really, really easy for us to change things and turn them on and off. So this is kind of the feedback that we're looking for right now too. Like we want to hear what you guys like and don't like because now we've set up the task board in a way that is 100 times easier to maintain. Like if we want to turn off an item in the task board or turn it on, it takes us like a minute of dev time now, maybe even less. It's just like a box tick in a spreadsheet. So it's all automated that way too. There are certain things that we might end up turning off. Like I know somebody posted a comment earlier saying decorative items on the task board don't feel right. Please remove it. Again, what we were thinking when we first released this task board was we wanted to have more things default on. It might not make sense to have everything on too. So we'll be thinking about that. When dungeons, I don't want to spoil this. I don't like my levels being useless. They're not. But there is a bit of tweaking that we still need to do too, right? So our intention still is we want the higher levels to be earning more pixel. And that still is happening, but there's still a lot of tweaking that we're going to need to do over the next week or two. If you give us a little bit of time, we're basically looking at the data every single day, but also we want to hear your feel. So if you guys don't feel like it's working, that's also really important too. How we got the task board working right the first time in chapter 1 was pure brute force through player feel. And we're going to need an element of that. We're also a lot better on the data science now too. And we're also looking at that stuff. Oh, okay, this is a good question. Will Gacha game ticket come back and will there be a coin gacha soon? Okay, yeah, so we didn't even talk about what's next. And we're working on a couple of cool things for the next update also. We'll probably dive into that more in the next AMA. We'll have a small update out next week, it looks like. And then how we're going to do updates again is we're going to try to get updates out basically on a 2-week cadence, even though it looks like we'll do a small update in the meantime next week as well. Next update, or at least the next things that we're trying to work on right now, or we are working on, are industry limits. That's the big one. New gacha mechanics for coins, and then a feature called merchant ships. So it's basically going to be a more end game content inside of the game. And then we're also working on boosts inside of the game. And then a few other things too. We're working on like some recipe rebalances and Guild Wars 2. That's getting worked on too. And I think it's pretty close to going live.
Who's ready for Guild Wars 2, guys?
Okay. I think we might be ready to go.
Oh, we're ready.
Okay, yeah, and then we can stay a bit after too, because there's a few more questions I want to go through. But I think this is a good question to bring up. When Halloween event?
Oh, funny you should ask.
Oh, what a
I was
coincidence.
fully expecting you to do something else. Well, hold on.
Halloween event live now.
Funny you should ask. I think we can show you our new event. So yeah, this is production guide. You can come and follow me into, although I should probably do a hard refresh. Our devs would ask that I do a refresh right now. We've got the gang in style here. Okay, now we can head over to the guild. Oh shoot, see, this is why I needed to refresh. Wait, okay. Maybe I'm too excited. Okay, the devs, they literally messaged me that they're connecting it right this second. Okay, hold on, I gotta refresh. I think we were a little too excited. And here we are. Let's go. So
Oh.
the guild map has been taken
Let
over.
me in.
It is now a Halloween-themed map. Now this gate is actually closed when you arrive,
Whoa.
but you can
that's
open it
crazy.
by clicking on it, which is really fun. And there are some fun, just things out here. We've got some cool art. Some of this stuff is actually UGC by some users, which is really
Oh, that's
awesome.
actually nice
You're
that they're
able to
using
utilize
UGCs.
some fun stuff. So yeah, check out the map. And then we can head into the Haunted Guild Hall. We've got Dennis here. Now, don't ask me why he doesn't have eyes. He should have eyes for you. I was one of the very few unfortunate folks whose avatars got a little weird. But here we go.
Dennis the
So
dentist.
we have the Haunted Guild Hall, some other really cool UGC here. And I don't know if I can actually demo this because I think I was just testing it, and you can only play every few hours. So every 8 hours. So this is very similar to Bumpa Grump, but it is called Molluskull. And basically there are 3 types of skulls that pop out of the ground, and one of them gives you 3 points, one of them gives you 1 point, and then the red ones actually take away a point. So make sure you don't hit those ones. So yeah, make sure you got your shoes
nice.
on, and
Let's go.
have a pet if you've got one, and you can play. This was a bad score, don't look at it, I was filming. And yeah, a lot of fun to be had in here. I wish I could show you. I mean, I could probably pull it up on
Dude, there's so much. What the
like
heck?
our other environment. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I can't show either. I played it a couple of hours ago.
We were testing, so hold on. Let me see if I can play it maybe in our preview environment. Although I might have just demoed it again, or I was testing it again.
Dude, these chairs look
Let me
creepy.
see here. I can, but in this iteration, I have no shoes on and no pet, so it will be interesting. But here we go. At least you can see some of the fun art. So it's a red one. I don't want to click on that. Oh my gosh, it's so slow without shoes. When you're like used to wearing them. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Come on, give me something. Oh, it's so far away. I feel like I'm crawling.
Oh, with a storage here. That's cool.
Yeah, so if you guys were a fan of Bumpa Grump, this is very similar, but better because,
big
like I said,
event.
it's kind of more dynamic with giving different amounts, depending on the color of mostly the eyes. They're all slightly different shaded, but I think it's easiest to just look at those eyes and avoid the red ones at all costs because you don't want to lose points, obviously.
Where did
Okay,
I get the
I'm gonna
void
finish
bed
playing.
from?
We got 7 seconds left. And then I can show you what you get. Oh, I almost clicked on it. Ooh, that was a close call. Okay,
Fight for
and so
content.
I got 24, which means I actually get rewarded with 24 teeth. So let's go back to production.
Somebody just asked, are we allowed to buy that ghost costume using pixels?
Hang tight and
Okay.
let me show you. Okay. So I got teeth from here and got some multiplayer map, which is really fun. So if you're one of those people that wants no one on your map, you can always do the hide. I think it's only 30 seconds. Did we extend it? No, 30 seconds alone, so it's only part of the game. Or you can go to a world where no one is. But it's kind of fun to play with like everyone on the map with you. So you collect your teeth, and those allow you to exchange them for some fun stuff. Let's go down to Dennis and say hello. So we can click on his deranged dental exchange and pick up some of these guys. So I've got Grumpless Umpkin, Ump-a-Lantern Candle. We've got our Umpkin cut up knife and Umpkin trace a face. Once again, I have never said these things out loud, so it's just it's so funny when on the AMA it's the first time. So when I collect those items, I can come on over here and I can carve up my Ump-a-Lanterns. So you can see I've got my 4 things. It only takes like 5 seconds to carve them. I don't know about you guys. When I'm carving a pumpkin, it takes me literal hours. So 5 seconds seems a little ridiculous.
We're jumping into it right after the AMA.
The metaverse here. So then coming
That's
down
crazy.
here, I actually have 2 prepared. This is the preparation I have. So we can throw them on here. And then this is our hint at durability. So you require a mallet to smash your jack-o'-lanterns to see what goodies are inside. So you need an Umpa-Thumper. So the Umpa-Thumpers last for around
What are these
2
names?
smashing sessions of your Umpa-Lantern. So you see, I already did one because I was testing earlier. Okay, this is hard to see with everyone in the way, but here we go. Smashing my Umpa-Lantern. Oh, and see, it's dead. Look at that. It's dead. I'll just have to chuck it out. And then I can collect my prize. So we have, all right, I got some Umpkin wine, which is really fun. It's an energy drink. And you know what? Let's do another one. I had 2, right? Let's see. Did I have 2? Yeah. Okay, let's do a second one so we can see what else I might have in here. Oh, right. Do I need a new mallet? Hold on, I think I actually sent myself one so I could quickly do this. Okay, got it. Okay, you can purchase them in the store. I'll show you in a second. I just wanted to be able to do this really quickly for you here. Smash that. All right, let's see. Hopefully I get a really cool costume. Oh, I got the vampire costume. Okay, I don't have that one yet, obviously. I only have the zombie and the ghost from testing earlier. So these work in the same way that other wardrobe items do, and that you need to go to your spec, put them in your wardrobe, and then they appear in your NFT, sorry, your avatar builder, which I'll demo in a second here, but just a couple more things here. So I think there are around 6 different costumes you can win from the Umpa-Lantern smashing. You can also get this cool new storage box and Umpkin wine. There might be other things. I don't know. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. So yeah, the costumes are super fun. And then you can also come in here and pick up a Driller box. So this one has some extra special limited edition costumes. I think there's 3 different costumes in here that are not in the Umpkin lantern smashing portion of this. So let's open this up and see. Oh, I got a mummy costume. Okay, cool. I think I have some cool costumes here to demo. So I'm gonna quickly run to my wardrobe so that I can open it up and see, or sorry, I can demo them a little bit in. Oh no, I really shouldn't demo the avatar builder because, like I said, there were a few users, including myself, whose cache kind of got a little messy. It's a little messy.
That's a good question. Are these costumes tradable?
Yes. Okay, so going back to the original question, can I buy these? Yes, you can buy them from other users on the marketplace. I'm sure people will be selling them quite shortly. And you can also purchase that mystery box, which I think it has like 3 different costumes in it. The ghost one, which is specifically what you asked, is earned through the event itself with the smashing of the Oompa Lantern. So you will have to participate if you want the ghost one, or maybe buy it from someone that picks it up and decides to sell it on the marketplace. But yeah, that's basically the event. I love it.
Nice.
I love a seasonal event. So yeah. Okay, so this event will be open, I think, right up until the 31st, which is Halloween Day.
Wait,
And
only a
then
week?
I'm just gonna leak it right now. YGG is hosting an energy party on the 31st, so we can have a really fun little celebration. And yeah.
Okay, awesome. This is funny. This is another way to rob players, or are any of these items actually useful? Guys, this event is completely optional. You don't have to do it. There's no reason you have to. Everything here is very clear up front. And this is maybe related to like some other questions I want to talk about too, because I want to kind of frame this stuff right. This guy said, I just want Pixel. I need to make efficient use of my time. This is not making us happy. So there's different players that play Pixels for different reasons, right? What I will say is I have no problem with earn-oriented players. Like, I don't think you guys are an issue. I don't think you guys are wrong for playing for these reasons. But I will say, like, when we're building the game, our focus is on players who like the game, who are having fun, and who actually like these events. Like, if you look in this AMA chat right now in this live stream, there are people playing the game because they're having fun and they like it, and that's always going to be our focus. Like, we're building for this core player base, right? So you guys who are earn-oriented, believe me, you guys are going to have a game where you actually can earn because of these players having fun. So when we build, we have to have them in mind, and we're building out for these kinds of players, right? Like, there are a lot of people that like this stuff. They like decorations. They like outfits. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to participate in this event, right? And you don't even have to care about any of this. I'm not really asking you to, but we are building for this like user base here that does like the game that we're building. And this has always been the mission from Pixels from the very, very beginning, right? Like we've been doing this for 3 years now, right? And like we've always said, even when we just had the NFTs out, like we want to give out like these NFTs. We want holders who believe in the game, who believe in what we're doing. And honestly, I think about it in the same way as a Pixel token too. So that's kind of going to be the shift in a lot of these Pixel rewards over the next 3 months, as we start to get more of the data science stuff going, as we start to get some of this other stuff. Like we want to start giving more Pixel to people who actually have fun with it too, right? And that's kind of the key thing. So when people who are like really high reputation, they're telling me, oh, I'm not getting the Pixel I want, or the people who are showing up to events, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna listen to them more if I'm being completely transparent. But yeah, it's interesting that people are saying that we're not taking feedback from players. We don't really care. I saw this a couple of times. This person posted like 4 times. Pixels don't like team feedback. Pixels team only likes good reviews. That's not true at all. I feel like I bring up negative comments all the time. Because yeah, it doesn't bug me at all. Like what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build the best game possible. We want to make play to earn work. There's a lot of things to figure out here to do it. And yeah, also Heidi, I'm not sure if you have a hard stop, but people have been asking for like a little bit more AMA time. I have some time, so I can stick on.
I'm good.
We can go through some more questions too, because I think there was a lot of good stuff. I was starring a ton of stuff.
So before we move on from Halloween, there's just one extra note I want to make. So you do need the Thumpa Lantern mallet tool to smash your lanterns. Now, right now they are not available for purchase because we want you to get your first one for free from what's his name again? I'm totally blanking. Stu from Stu. Stu will give you your first one. And then we will add it to this store a little bit later in the day, so you can, if you want to continue to smash your Grumpkins, you can buy them in there. I think they will be priced in Pixel.
Nice. Oh, this is a good question too. I really like the ghost cosmetic. You can't even tell it's an avatar. Looks like an NFT avatar almost. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed.
Oh, I know. This is one of the things we're working on now too, or at least I'm going to try to accelerate a bit more. there's a few things going on with our ecosystem. Like we've talked about Pixel Chain a little bit. We've talked about some other stuff that we like have in the works and plan. But one of the things I really think we need more of is on-chain content, and this is the exact kind of thing that I want on-chain. So it's not on-chain right now, but this is the kind of thing where it's like when we start to move more things on-chain, this is one thing that I would probably prioritize putting on-chain like quite as soon as we can, basically. Also, Heidi, I have a question because I don't even know what's going on with the leaderboard in this Halloween event.
Just for fun. It's just for fun.
Just for fun.
It's just for fun. I know. I was talking with the designer about it. 'Cause I was like, if we put that there, every single person's gonna ask, what do I get? Nothing. It's just for fun. Go hard.
Yeah. So don't stress yourself out. Like, I mean, maybe some of you want to be on the top leaderboard, but like, you don't feel like you have to spend 8 hours a day getting to the top of the leaderboard because that won't get you anything.
You can't spend 8 hours a day. You can only play every 8 hours. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One thing that's interesting, I've seen this comment a couple times. Please restore demand for tier 3 and tier 4 items. Landowners aren't getting any surplus. Okay. So first thing of all, there was no demand for tier 3 and tier 4 items before chapter 2.5. That was like the biggest miss with chapter 2 that we wanted to fix. And there's still work to be done there. So there's a couple of things that we can do, right? A lot of what we'll be thinking about with the task board over the next week or two also is like item frequency. So that's where we can start to pull a few of the levers as well. We have it set up now where it's a lot easier for us to adjust things moving forward, and we can start to play around with this kind of stuff. I've seen it a couple times too. I'm seeing one of the pieces of feedback you guys don't like right now about like the decorations in the task board is that they're only craftable through the MOI. And I can see how that's really annoying and not a good user experience. That one we'll talk about, and we'll kind of think about what those effects are if we change that. There's a couple of different routes that we could go here to change this, right? We could decrease the frequency of those tasks more and still have them pop up every now and then. We could make it so that you could craft them anywhere else. Yeah, let us know if you guys have any thoughts or opinions on what we should do with that. My leaning or my take would be that we should probably decrease the frequency of those tasks, but keep them in there, have them pop up every now and then. And then, yeah, maybe we start to play with the frequency of like the tier 3 and the tier 4 once things are feeling a bit better. So again, when we think about task board, there's a couple of things that we're looking at. I want to start to increase the percentage of players that see pixel tasks every day. And there's a couple of different things that we can experiment with that too. If you've noticed, the pixel tasks that you get are a lot bigger than before. So you might only see 1 or 2 tasks a day, but they're like 20 to 30 pixel each, right? That's pretty high. What that does is that actually might make it so that less people see them every day. But if you play for like a week, you might get about the same earnings, right? One thing that we could do to make it feel better is we can maybe decrease task size. So if we like, say for example, we cut the task size in 4, where instead of getting 32 pixel, it gave 8 pixel, and then we increase frequency 4x. That might get you a better chance of seeing pixel each day. So there's a few different levers that we have to pull with that too. Will the durability of the tools be updated soon? Okay, so we actually just released the first tool with durability in this Halloween event. You can see that it's in the game now. Yeah, that's going to be coming with the industry limits as well. Those things are kind of a package pair.
Yeah, okay, and going back to costumes, because I actually think I have figured it out. Look, I'm wearing the zombie because, okay, the how the outfits work is they're kind of stackable. Like, technically, like, the zombie head is in the accessories because it's like a mask and you can add hair to it. So there's whole layering things. You can layer them in the weirdest ways. I have the zombie feet and, like, body with the ghost over top. I mean, beat that. Beat that, guys. Okay, sorry. All right, back to it. Is there ways to fix the mallet? No. So this is our first example of like durability with using a tool, and it just breaks. Maybe in the future we can talk about implementing ways to fix things. I'm not really sure yet. It'll really depend on like the design and balance of like overall things. But right now, no.
Okay, somebody's been asking about Coop and Mill a lot. These are NF traits that we've been talking about. I think we started introducing like a little bit more Coop utility, but let me bring this back to the team again. We'll talk about this again. I need to dig into what you mean by this a little bit more and like what else we should be doing here. But yeah, I would agree. When we talk about Unrugged Landowners, we released the first update of that yesterday or last week, right? So we had like a few changes go live. We added some of the silo stuff last week, right? But there's more that we could be doing there too. So this update yesterday was huge, right? There's still a lot more that we need to do. Like the chapter 2.5 balance patches, they're not done. There will probably be like 2 to 3 more patches of all of these balance changes. And then once we're through this, we're on to like all the fun new stuff too. So how the next like month or two is going to work is we still have more of these changes and patches that we're rolling out. We're also going to get some new content out too. And then once we're kind of through those things, we're going to start working on like really big new features. And there's a couple of things we'll do the shortcut stuff too. Like we'll probably have an announcement go live in like the next like month or so. That'll be pretty big. We have a couple other things like that coming too. But yeah, there's a lot here. And then, yeah, we need a new rep quest. Yeah, so I agree. We will start rewarding rep for different things. And what I will say is we're probably going to change the reputation formula pretty often. The end goal of reputation won't change, but how you get the reputation might change, right? So our goal will basically be like if we make reputation formula changes, it'll keep 95% of you every time we make a change at like the same level. We might find some corner cases where it's like, oh, this person's great, so we should probably give them more reputation. Or, oh, this is a bot that figured out how to game the system. We should give less points for this thing, right? I'm gonna bring up this comment because I think it's an interesting one. Oh my God, are you gonna pull a Geos and say that most players play the game for fun? LOL. Look, I know everybody in Play to Earn has different reasons why they're playing the game, right? But I will say, if there's nobody playing the game for fun, the game is gonna die for sure and it won't work, right? So how I think Play to Earn gaming works in the long run is it looks a lot like free-to-play gaming. It's funny because I think sometimes people don't play free-to-play games for fun. That's such a controversial statement. But it's like it's always a love-hate with a game that you play for a long time, like Clash, or like yeah, I think Clash is a really good example. Like you kind of hate to love it, you love to hate it. There's some things like that, right? And I think the earn mechanics are great hooks into that, right? Where it's hard to leave after you built like such a like consistent habit of playing a game sometimes, right? Like you have some emotional attachment. I remember when I played RuneScape, I made like I threw a quitting party in RuneScape and I ended up playing again like 3 weeks later. But yeah, that's how it goes with some of this stuff sometimes too, right? So everybody has their own reason for playing the game. But what I will say is like our focus does have to be on the users that care about the game most. And we also look at the other things too, right? So Play to Earn does not work if nobody spends any tokens or if nobody is like actually using the token in the way that we want, right? If we only give out tokens to people who just immediately dump them, the token ecosystem economy will never work. We actually do have to find ways to have people want to use the token inside of the game. And if that's not you, that's not necessarily a problem, but it does have to be our team's priority, right? Because they're kind of the ones that are keeping you afloat, if that makes sense, right? If we don't have players that actually like the game, if you're earn motivated, and that's all you care about, then yeah, it's a limited time here that we have, right? But what's great about Pixels is we have been developing a pretty strong user base of players who actually do like to participate in events like this, who do want to use the token, who do like the game. And our job is to make the game better and better and better every single month. And if we're failing at that, then that is a big issue. So the other things we can do when we think about how we can make the game and ecosystem better is like, we talked about it a little bit, but we're also looking at like the publishing and acquisition model a lot lately. So our team can only move so fast. What's great is there actually is like a good amount of ecosystem and like treasury out there where we might be able to shortcut some things and be smart about the next couple of months and bring in other games and experiences into the ecosystem that also are super fun and give you guys more things to use. So I love play to earn because one, I think that just adding the earn element makes the game inherently more fun. I think that's kind of understated sometimes. Two, like I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to earn a bit. It's kind of the same in my mind as like if we were to spend money on an ad. Where if I were to go and build out a free-to-play game and I spent $1 million in ads, we would probably get about like 1 million players, and 90% of them would never spend money in our game, and that's fine. Like that's completely fine. That's how like free-to-play and Web2 gaming works.
Okay, there's actually one other thing I wanted to show you all. I honestly thought it was coming out not immediately, so I didn't immediately show you, but it is here. So we actually have a really fun daily quest little thing. It's not a daily quest. It's a daily activity that will contribute towards a quest. And this one's just like a low-key fun activity. So we talked to Barney, and Barney's bat catch quest. So look who's wandered into the haunted house. You've caught me in my spookiest form. You have Barney the Bat Wrangler. Special challenge. He's going to release 3 bats to flutter around Pixels. Each day there will be in new spots. So you can track down all 3 before the day is up, because tomorrow they'll vanish and 3 more will take their place. Think you've got what it takes to wrangle all 27 bats over the next 9 days. See if you can catch them all before Halloween. All right. Ooh, and you get some energy and a little bump in reputation for completing this quest. So this is a daily thing. You've got to come in every day and find those bats. So I know there's one here, so I'm going to click on it. Nice void bat. Nice.
Oh, it's here.
I'm going to have to hunt for the other ones because I honestly don't know where they are. Like I said, I didn't realize this was launching right now, so I have literally no idea where they are. So we can find them all together.
If you want it just for fun, you will not let us spend Pixel Halloween scam. Guys, you don't have to spend Pixel on this event. If you want a costume, you might have to. But also, I think you have a chance of getting one without spending anything, right?
Yeah, I think the first 2, basically the cost would be of the mallet, and so you get 2 for free with that. So yeah. Guys, where are the bats? Someone tell me.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people mention Friends too. Like a lot of people say the reason that they're still playing Pixels is because of Friends in game. That's amazing. And yeah, I agree. We probably need more stuff like that. That's what I liked about Chapter 1 a lot. I think the social aspect of Chapter 1 was better than Chapter 2. And like my feeling on that was basically having more of a reason to go to lands. Here's something that we haven't talked about in a little bit. This is not confirmed, but we have that in-game sauna or that land sauna, right? I was thinking yesterday, it's like, oh man, like maybe we actually like start to prioritize that and get that back in the game now. That energy is hard to get. That might be a really interesting perk for landowners and like creating a good sense of like community with guilds. But yeah, no, I agree. The social gameplay is probably the most important part of Pixels right now. Will there be a PvE in the future? Yes. And we might not have to be the ones that build that, is what I'll say. So when we talk about like other games we want to work with, acquisitions, all this kind of stuff, like let's dive into what that might look like really quickly. Like when we're looking for other games to partner with right now, and what we bring to the table with other games and why they're even like interested in working with us is, one, there's a lot of players in the Pixels ecosystem, right? 2, Pixels has the highest number of paying users in Web3 gaming right now. when it comes to quantity, which is an amazing stat and like a very, very good thing to have. And that's kind of understated how important that is, I think. And then 3, we have a lot of really interesting anti-bot tech. And 4, we have some like really good like data science tech now too. So all these things make us like a really good partner to like help other games grow as well. And the deal when we're bringing on any other game into the ecosystem is they have to use the Pixel token in their core loop and in their game, right? So there has to be mutual benefit if we're sharing and opening up some of this stuff. And basically, it's just like a way to get you to use more of the stuff you might earn in Pixels in other areas. And PvP is like PvE and PvP are some of the things we're looking at right now. And like these are like the strategic decisions we want to make, basically.
Oh, there's the bat. I knew it was going to be up here. Ah, I knew it was 1 per map. That would make sense. The first day would be 1 per map. So there you go, guys. I don't know how I missed it. It was like right in the middle there. Dang.
Luke, don't want to interrupt you, but Bombshell is not craftable, and the task force is asking for that. We'll take a look at that.
Yeah. So you're right. It's not. So we've decided that I think it's going to be craftable soon. So.
Damn. All of the process here.
I'm just thinking back to my conversation I had with our devs. I believe they're going to implement a fix for that soon.
I think I sold all of mine.
Okay.
I'm putting a user in timeout. Some guy kept commenting, scam game, scam game. I don't know. Like,
yeah, like once, you know, like you don't.
Yeah, Pixels team has been here. We're consistently releasing. The team really cares. Sometimes I see people accusing me of like cashing out. Look, guys, I have 0 Pixel tokens still. I've taken 0 Pixels tokens. I don't have any. Like the entire team was on a vesting and lock schedule, right? 1 year lockups, 3 years of linear emissions. I have 0 Pixel tokens still. I've not sold a single one. I haven't even gotten any. Like, we're doing this because I really think play to earn gaming will work. I think whoever pulls off play to earn gaming has a huge opportunity in front of them. I think it's really cool. Like we've already changed gaming. Like us as like the Pixels community, we've changed like free to play gaming. We've changed mobile gaming. Like a lot of people look at what we're doing and they're taking notes, right? Like look at how many play to airdrops are happening every single day now. That's because of like this community here setting that precedence, right? It's cool, and we've only uncovered like a really small portion of what's possible here, so there's still a lot of room left.
Okay, people are asking me if more glow sticks will come. Our devs won't let me. Do you know how many times I've begged for more glow sticks? Unfortunately, it's like a it's a what's the word? I don't know. I'm not allowed. I'm so sorry. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, someone keeps spamming. There's a few people keep spamming.
Ignore the negative comments. Focus on the people that want to build with you. Well, no, the thing is, like, we've never been afraid of like FUD here at Pixels. I do think it's important to. Sometimes FUD is positive. Sometimes it's not. Like, I actually think FUD generally is good to like take note of. It's not good to like if a founder is looking at FUD comments and getting discouraged or wanting to walk away, or like they can't handle the pressure of that, then that's an issue. Like I am not personally bothered by it because I know like we're doing things the right way. We're doing things like ethically. We're doing things like the right way to do it, right? And we're really trying here. So I don't get bothered by like negative comments for that reason. But I do think it's important to know what people are saying and to also like not just throw away a comment because it's negative, because sometimes there actually is good insight and feedback there. I also want to make sure that like you guys understand that we're not afraid to like answer hard questions because we have to if we want to go on to the next stages and like actually build something that works. So maybe I spent a little too much time bringing up some of the negative comments, but I think there's some good stuff to pull up here. And I want you guys to kind of peek into how we think about this as well too, because sometimes it exposes some interesting thought processes we have here. And I always think it's good to be somewhat like contrarian too. Like we don't have much time left. Like we're gonna go for like another 5 minutes on this AMA, but I think like one example I might want to bring up is like there's a lot of people that have been coming to me personally lately, like asking for like my thoughts and opinions on like their own projects, and I am seeing how hard it is to get attention in the space now. And I think it's because a lot of the space will sometimes lean into like all of the same narrative, right? And the way that you actually get attention in a space is by doing things differently and by like coming up with new meta, basically. Like you have to innovate, you have to do something new. And yeah, that's what we're gonna keep trying to do. So there's a lot of juice that we can still get. Like I think the ways that Pixels will be innovating the most in the next 6 months is around our data science. So a lot of our like understanding of who users are, or like smart token distribution around some of the ecosystem stuff that we're going to do. Reputation actually I think is like a huge unlock. Oh, and then yeah, hopefully we have a really big feature I want to announce soon too that's going to help the developer community a bit. Yeah, there's some other stuff too, but yeah, there's some cool stuff that we're doing here that is somewhat like counter narrative. It's funny because I think even Play to Earn became counter narrative again like a week or two ago with Off the Grid. I still am a firm believer in it.
Amazing. Well, I'm so excited. I love Halloween. I love Halloween themed events. It's just so fun. I feel like it's like the time of year where you can just like get really weird, you know? The guys are the costumes too. I'm so excited to see you all like walking around in all these crazy costumes. The ghost is probably my favorite, but like there's a witch, zombie, pirate, clown. What else? Oh my gosh! Wait, there's so many. It's like a werewolf is really cool. That's probably a close second favorite. So, anyways,
okay. Here's a good question too. Okay, so new players 1 to 2 months can't do anything without market and no quest for reputation. Yes, this is something I'm thinking about a lot. I want to redo our whole reputation, or not reputation. I want to redo our whole onboarding. That's probably going to be a focus in the next like quarter, essentially. Like, how do we make our login system way better? How do we make payments way easier? Like, we need to reduce some of the friction. I've never been one of those people that's like, oh, onboarding is what's holding back crypto. Because again, I think that if the experience is compelling enough, there will be enough people that interact with like a game. I think Axie Infinity proved that. Like Axie Infinity came up with really bad onboarding, like crazy onboarding. You had to pay like $600 for an Axie team at one point, maybe even more, right? But it still had 1 million DAU. And the onboarding experience in crypto is a lot better than it was back then, just in general. But I now think we might be in a stage where it probably is worth us investing a bit of time in like making login easier, like all this other stuff too. This is funny. Thank you for all you've done so far. It's hard to keep the fun going, but everything can't be successful forever. Thanks for giving us fun years ago, but everything has its end. You guys are so dramatic sometimes.
All right. Okay, I think. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's about it. So yeah, we went through a lot in this AMA. Again, so over the next week, expect like a lot of tweaks to the task board on like a daily cadence. Honestly, it's not going to announce every change that we make to the task board, but it should feel different every day, basically, for the next week or two. We have to get some of your feedback, so like please let us know what feels good and what doesn't. You don't have to be so dramatic when you give us the feedback, though. You don't have to be like, oh, it's over. Pixels is dead because this task board doesn't feel as good today. We're going to fix it the next day. And we're going to keep doing updates every single day on the task board. So if it doesn't feel right, just give us a little bit of time. We'll keep doing updates on it. And like any of the other stuff about the chapter 2.5 update too, like give some feedback. And believe me, you don't have to be so dramatic. We'll listen to it and we'll start to make some changes too. What's nice about this chapter 2.5 update is we can start to like do really quick tweaks on this now. What you can expect next week is like a very small update with some content changes, and then the larger update in 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay, and for all of you that are still here, I'm going to tell you that we do have an energy party with Loot Rush hosting on Friday, but we actually have a really, 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 really big and exciting announcement coming out tomorrow. And we're going to throw, it might be a slightly shorter, but a surprise energy party to celebrate this really fun, big partnership that, yeah, is being announced tomorrow. So stay tuned with that. And yeah, I think I'll double check. I will make an event in our calendars for this surprise party so you guys know when to be there.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody,
guys.
for showing up to this AMA. There's still a lot of work to do. But yeah, it was a good AMA today, I think. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So, I think this AMA had more infos and news and updates than the ones before. Like, there's a lot. Also, the thing tomorrow is gonna be cool. Oh, there's Regik. Nice levels, Regik. Pump fun link. Meme coin. So one thing I wanna do right now, I wanna film a TikTok. So we're gonna have to basically do the recording here real quick, and then yeah, I wanna film it ASAP, and then we're gonna talk a bit about the AMA and stuff. Is there only 2 bets, by the way? So should be 3. Fuck. I got one inside and there's one outside here. Yeah, I see this one, but I want to save this one for the video that I'm gonna record. The third bet is showing now. Where's the third bet? The last room above, okay. So wait, how does the event work? What, guild info? Basically, the minigame is clear. You get these items for the pumpkin. No wait, and then you get the pumpkin, you put it here, and then you have to break the pumpkin with some kind of tool or something. I also want to buy this this box, but first let me clean up my storage. Just want to make sure I don't say anything wrong here. And yeah, I think, you know, with the taskbar tweaks, it's also going to be interesting. Because basically, you know, eventually they're going to make the taskbar be really valuable. The fuck is... I don't have enough room. What is this? Oh, the pumpkin. Okay, let me just... List with, hello, what's up? I would say the update today is underrated. I think obviously it matters now, you know. So it's most likely gonna be like big update every 2 weeks, because you can't just do big update every week. So next week it's gonna be a bit more about balancing and stuff, I guess. Alright. Do I have everything ready? Yeah, okay, so need to start my recording. TikTok? Yes, TikTok. Need to record, I think, as soon as possible. Also, I'll be traveling again tomorrow, so I won't have time. So I record my first run, I record the unboxing. Should I remove the sound for recordings, I guess? How many bets you found free? Ah, nice, yeah, that's free every day. Hello guys and welcome. Wait, how am I gonna start this? I need to be quick. What's up guys? There's a new update in Pixels that... I hate these. What's up guys with a new Pixels... Okay, one more try. What's up guys with a new event in Pixels, a Halloween event, and I will show you everything you need to know. Blah blah blah. Okay, one more try. This is so cringe. I don't want to be a fucking TikToker, man. Stop making me laugh. I need to block the chat. I can't. It's over. What's up, guys? There's a new... Okay, I can do it now. I can do it. What's up guys, there's a new Halloween themed event in Pixels and I will show you everything you guys need to know about the event. Okay, I want to show how to get here, so that's going to be the next part. So first of all, in order to reach the event, you have to go east of Terra Villa, here to where the guild hall previously was. And then you can enter the... And then you can talk to Barney, he will give you a quest and... And then you can talk here to Barney and he will give you a quest with 3 bets every day. And as you can see, here's already a bet that I can catch. I have 2 and there's 3 bets per day. The event should last until end of the month. So you have about a bit more than 1 week to collect points here as well. And in this event, you will be rewarded with some cosmetics, some different Halloween themed skins. Oh fuck. Ah, okay, you traded teeth. Okay, yeah, you traded teeth, okay. And you can also buy some exclusive limited... And you can also buy some exclusive time-limited cosmetics here for pixels, and we will just open one of these boxes. Driller Thriller box. How do I open this? Oh, here. So I just put it here on the desk, and I got a unicorn costume. Right, actually let me put this on. That would be probably more fun for the recording. So I need to go to my house, then I put it on, then I get back here, then I show here. Oh, wait, it's a okay, it's just the head. Nice. Wait, I paid 60 fucking pixel for this unicorn head. I got scammed. But I think you can trade these. Pixel is pumping? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think Pixel will keep pumping. Pixel, Pixel is gonna... I think Grainbro has a good feeling for this. Grainbro caught the bottom. Alright. I said hair. Okay, so where did we stop? We stopped at the unicorn mask. Should I do the event first? Yeah. The event is all about collecting teeth. We also have a leaderboard. Okay. So as you can see, I quickly changed and put on my new cosmetic. The event is all about collecting teeth in a minigame, and later on I will show you guys how to turn these teeth into the items that you need for the... Wait, wasn't there a description? I think there was a description, fuck. Ah yeah, okay, we can just put this up. Okay, I'll just keep the recording. So the event is all about collecting teeth, and you can later on turn these teeth into different items that you then use to carve your pumpkin and play more, buy supplies, use supplies, smash. Yeah, okay. As you can see, I just put on my as you can see, I put on my cosmetic here already, and you can get more by playing this event. The event, first you have a mini game where you need to collect teeth, then you can exchange those teeth for different items that you need for carving a pumpkin or umpkin, and then you can smash that one to get your rewards. And we're going to play my first round here, so make sure you bring your speed shoes and also speed pad. This will help you with this mini game. And there's also here the guide, so you have different skulls, green 3 points, blue 1 point, and you don't want to click on the red ones because that gives you minus points. Hit as many as you can before the timer runs out. And collect them at the end of your round. You can do 1 round every 8 hours, so make sure you keep that cooldown in mind. Especially there's also a leaderboard, but right now that's only for bragging rights. Okay. Let's start. So we don't want red. Where are my respawns? Oh, they're all red. No. So it's actually tricky the blue ones have the same color as the red ones when it comes to the skull. So you need to pay attention to the eyes. Green ones are very easy to spot, so you can click them right away, but if there's a non-golden skull, make sure you double check the color of the eyes. Oh, I got it last. No, I didn't get this one. I should have went for this one. GG. Still decent time, I think, and now I collect my rewards. So as you can see, I need one of each item to get my pumpkin, and they cost 13 teeth, so luckily I have enough just to get one round. Getting one of each, waiting only 5 seconds to carve my lantern. And I put this over here. I actually get a hammer, a thumper, that I can then use to get my reward. Ooh, and it has durability. That's interesting. So I need more than one hit. And I got a spirit costume. So yeah. And there's also the leaderboard here that you can see. We're very close, top 5 right now with our 61 points. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, 2 minutes. Wait, it's only... Wait, how long was the recording? But yeah, I'm gonna upload it right away. Where is it? What's up guys, there's a new Halloween themed event in Pixels and I will show you everything you guys need to know about the event. Okay, we're uploading. So, is there... Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. So basically you're gonna have to buy these hammers with pixels. And so that means every day you're gonna have to spend... You're gonna spend half a hammer, which... No, wait, it's more. Like you have to, like, if you do 2 rounds per day, you're gonna have to spend 13 pixels a day or more. Wait, fake news. Pixel isn't pumping. Not yet. Okay. Should also include that. I think people can figure that out then later on themselves. I'm afraid it's gonna be a bit long, you know. Did I upload it yet? Okay, Manu, I'll send you the link. If you can get this done as soon as possible, that would be amazing. I think, you know, with a new event, that would be great. So yeah, let me know if I think the link should work. Good. Okay, guys. So, I think that's everything for the event. I still need to find that one bet. Where's the third bet that I'm missing? Oh, you guys said in the other room, no? I think one is in this room here. Oh yeah, it's here. I'm blind. Lol. I hope I can sell this. I don't like this unicorn. Anybody wants a unicorn? Want to sell unicorn. Okay, time for some taskboard. Taskboard and chill. Let me have it. Might do a giveaway with some UGCs at the end or some cosmetics, I mean. The end of the event. Bronzonite. I think I had one of these. Claricite. But yeah, taskboard is not super good right now. Will be interesting to see how they're gonna buff it and when. Huh? What am I? Here, 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 here. 30% buff after reset. I don't know if it's literally gonna be a 30% buff. I think like it can even be 100 or 200% buff, right? Like you guys remember when they were adding the taskboard, how like it went from like, oh it's shit to oh it's insane and oh we don't know how it works, oh we figured out how it works, it's super OP. So I think that's like how it's always gonna be with new updates with the play to earn mechanics in Pixels. You got 4 bets? How did you get 4 bets? What? Yeah, it's changed to World 1. I feel so lonely. Oh, that's a sick ghost cat. Me too, I had 4 bets, 2 next to each other. What? Seems like a bug. Can I close the door for others? Oh, it's just for me. That's a very scary looking llama. Two inside, 1 outside. Oh, 2 in here? Okay. I don't even have money to buy another one. Saving my pixels, all pixels I make, I save to buy some UGCs. Was there always ape coin in the bank, by the way? Okay, so we can also use the chest here. That I think that might be a reward, right? Like those Halloween chests, they look cool. Oh, Jim Wiz has a unicorn as well. 61. Ah, I could have done better. Could have gotten 2 points or 3 points more, I think. What does buff mean for the taskboard? Well, overall they're gonna add more pixels, but they're also gonna change the distribution who gets what pixels, right? Like right now we're obviously blocked, and I mean they're always very good at understanding the problems. Let's hope they're gonna be fast also to fix them. So who is on the leaderboard? Oh, Masek, only 55. Oh, no. Stiveo, 55 as well. Xenowolf, you need a speed pad. Kieran slacking on 50. Oh, no. That's my guildmates. Need to represent. World number 1, yes. But yeah, I would love to grind this for the high score. But I'm only gonna be able to... Oh, you actually get reputation points. 333. That's interesting. Should have maybe also added that in the video. Whatever. Yeah, I would have actually also liked to post a clip on Twitter. We produce the best wines in town. Oh shit, did they actually... Oh, they actually updated. What? Bitcohino? Oh, he had the... He has a fort. Where am I? Wait, I actually stayed top 8. That's not bad. It's pretty good, and I don't even have a fort. Wow. Oh lol, the Mega Guild guys dropped down because they didn't have the multipliers from the land. I don't even think they had large lands. Started the waste around. Well, it's okay. You have more than a week time. It's more important to log in on cooldown if you want max points than, you know, to have the flawless runs. Nice. Wait, so that's my final score. Wait, so I'd get like 9k on top of my... Wait, so... where did it go? Wow, that's actually more than expected. Imagine actually quest token is $1. I think 50 cent is not too unrealistic. Nice, it gives me an egg. Halloween egg. You guys have heard of the Halloween egg? $5 minimum. If it's $5, I'm going full-time crypto. You want what multiplier Monk has? It's like up to... Can I check my Monk? Here. Basically, I have 6, it's renown, but I think it's also multiplier, I don't know. Yeah. I have a mythic one. Is Raven Quest for everyone or still whitelisted? Raven Quest was never whitelisted, but it had phases of the airdrop. So the first 2 phases are done. Now there's a Halloween event where you can just get some cosmetics. And then next month, most likely, it will be phase 3. Phase 3 is gonna be a new airdrop, so new chances for you guys to get some quest token. And I kind of have the feeling it's almost gonna be as good as the first 2 phases, because obviously they're gonna want to hype up the release. And also, it's gonna reset the progress. So in the phase 3, you guys can basically start fresh start. If you haven't already, you can sign up. I have a clan, so if you're in my clan, you will also get an NFT and some bonus packs as well. Like, you get some bonus packs, but you also get an dragon NFT that's only for the people from my clan in the game. That's gonna be really cool. Am I on the leaderboard yet? I'm not on the leaderboard. I want to be on the leaderboard so bad. Okay, let's do a little bit of task boarding, but I actually have to go a bit earlier tonight. Do we keep anything? No. Full swipe, progress reset before phase 3, and progress reset before the global launch. I think phase 3 is gonna be very nice, but global launch is also gonna be good for earning. Like, especially in the beginning, I'm bullish on Raven Quest, because I think it's gonna be hard for bots to get started. You know how it's gonna be like in half a year or a year from now? Is a different topic. But the beginning is gonna be really nice. That's why I'm so hyped. Like, I wanna be at the right games at the right time. I think that's important for having fun in games. Like, if you're kind of like, I don't know, starting now with, for example, Off the Grid, I haven't really looked that much into it, but I've seen some posts and it was clear to me the game is like really full with cheaters, and yeah, FPS game with like earn mechanics, people are gonna gonna cheat very hard. Off the Grid will get destroyed by cheaters? Yeah, that's so obvious. I could blindly predicted. Would have went all in if this bet was on Polymarket. Damn, I'm kind of blocked. Mine kit? Oh, I need some kits too. Should I be so lightly with my only stack of carrot cakes? Well, I can craft them for XPs if I need to. Okay, let's get some... How many did I just turn in? That was 250k. Oh. Okay, wait, but the prices are messed up. Maybe the prices are just wrong. Okay, never mind. I need to really go to the shop real quick. Ex-Ubisoft workers on that game. Isn't Ubisoft trying their own Web3 stuff, but they're kind of failing a bit so far? Hey Luke, can you click on Voxel and show the pixel taskbar that they updated? I think... Wait, actually they might? It seems a bit low. Nah, it should be... Nah. It's like only 4 pixel tasks. I don't think it tracks all the tasks yet. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's interesting to note they take all the items now, what they said in the AMA today, but yeah. It can't be like it. Yeah. Voxel's guy has some work to do. You saw the news about CEO of Ubisoft? It's all for the... I've heard some bad PR stuff from them. I don't know if it was this. But yeah, I'm not surprised. But kind of like many big game publishers are kind of... I don't know, shitting the bed right now. Like you also have Blizzard for a long time. Blizzard is like RIP. But yeah. What other? Riot Games. I mean, that's nice. I get 36 pixels here. Let's go. 36 pixels for 12k gold. Nice. Well, can already get free hammers for the event with that. I like the new taskboard. You guys need to give it some time. Like, it's not even... the mark needs to adapt and they need to tweak it. This is not the final product. I think that's what's important to understand. Okay, I just want Luke and Heidi watching over my pixels here. My life savings depend on those two guys here. They're watching over my taskboard stash. My entire bank account is in their hands. How much is a tree? 180k. It feels partial? What do you mean with it feels partial? Like you mean it doesn't feel like complete? But yeah, I mean that's to expect it. You know what? First I was like, oh no, a bit more pessimistic. But when I heard today that every single item in the game can come on the taskboard, I liked it because that's a better approach than before. Now, ideally, they find a system where they don't manually have to tweak the cost and frequency of pixel, but where they have an algorithm or like a script basically that's automatically, you know, balancing it out, how often which tasks come. Full time in crypto, yeah, we'll see. Might have some work related updates end of year or next year. Long time I think I will try at some point, but also I just wanna earn as much money as possible, so I can also, you know, use more to invest, and you know, like I'm just in a phase right now where I kind of wanna, you know, grind and you know, grind when it comes to work and make some money that I can invest, because obviously the earlier you invest the better. Now I was like, I always had some money, but I never really was spending it, but I was also not investing it. I was just like having it on the bank account, and yeah, if you do that for like 15 plus years and you also see the potential you could have if you just like bought some stocks or more crypto, that's really annoying. So I don't want to regret not having more money invested. We're all getting scammed by the banks, guys. It's unfair. Anything good about owning land in pixels? I think just having one land in pixels is like really good value. Because pixels is gonna be there for like forever. And now, especially with the VIP, you basically get $10 just through saving VIP, right? Like VIP is worth $10-12 a month, and if you have a land, you don't have to buy it. So you basically have the free VIP. That's $500 per year that you basically get for not having to spend on VIP. Then they're always adding some extra perks, which is just gonna make your gameplay better, like give you advantages. People paid for VIP and want pixels in return, and if they don't see that fixed, that's why they are complaining. Yeah, not everybody can earn more than what they spend. That's one thing that you need to understand. And the second part is, it also heavily depends on the market, right? If the market is bullish and if there's like updates in big pixels that make the people bullish for a token, if there's more players entering especially, like all of that is market dynamics that's gonna have way more impact on the earnings in pixels than what any in-game update can do. Of course, in-game updates can trigger more players, can trigger people more spending or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're playing for free and don't spend anything and make money by that, like that's already, you have no reason to complain. If you're spending some money like on a VIP to earn faster and more, then of course, especially if you're putting in above average effort, right, then you should also be positive. But of course, if there's a honeypot, you know, you will have more people, you will have more extractors, more people that want to get to the sweet rewards, and yeah, those rewards will get squeezed out. like you basically had it with the old taskboard. Big problem I still see with this taskboard is like those accounts that specialize on certain industries to get these tasks more often. But if they can, they won't Voidtonium from me. But if they can, you know, adjust it, I think it's pretty good. I think my taskboard is trash right now, but I'll do one more. Oh, now I know why I wanted to go outside. Is Berry Blast energy worth to buy? Yeah, well, you don't. Sorry for not seeing your question earlier. It's very simple with Berry Blast. It's 100 energy and you spend 5,000 coins. So if you divide 5,000 coins by 100, you end up with 50. So you get 50 coins, you spend 50 coins for 1 energy. If you remember, it's no longer in the game, but this page here, the coin per energy, basically, yeah, they also say it's fixed now. So now it's 50 coin per energy. And yeah, like, would actually be nice if they added the energy, coin per energy for the items back. Just based off the crafting cost of it. I'm actually gonna write the Pixel Tips guy this. Does he have something? We are revamping this page. Wait. I'm gonna tell him. Yeah, like in case there's a chance that some of the crafts can be cheaper than this Berry Blast. And if that's the case, you don't want to drink your Berry Blast. Buying coins, you need rep. No, you can just buy coins here. Alright, so what's happening next? I will be gone for 1 more week, but I'll have a laptop with me and I'll try to stream if there's some good opportunities. When do I return? Yeah, I think I'm pretty much gone for 1 week. And then I have some days off as well. So beginning of November, I might start with some YouTube content. Or actually, I kind of think I should focus also more on the shorts. But yeah, we also have... Ooh, shit. Who wants a Lumiterra? Who wants a Lumiterra key, guys? Let me see how many people I can still add. So here's the Lumiterra list. I have... I have 3 spots here. Okay, guys, you're getting scammed here on Twitch. I'm moving this over to Discord. Actually, let's do YouTube live chat. You know what? We're gonna do YouTube live chat. Alright, guys, okay, so I'm giving out the last spots for my Lumiterra whitelist. And there's 3 ways. 3 ways to get it. Get your Ronin wallet ready. So YouTube Live was here. Okay, first 2 guys that post in my YouTube chat, first 2 guys that post in my Discord chat, and first 3 guys that post on my Discord server. Okay, we already have 1 here. So if you're on the Discord server, I have the Lumiterra chat activated. So we have 1. With here, Righteous. Righteous, aren't you on the list already? But if you need one for a friend. Wait, Righteous, you're not on the list. Damn. Okay, would love to win a win list. Yeah, send me your Ronin wallet. It's first, not yet. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, of course I need you in there, Righteous. Let me. You want a Twitch with Righteous. Do we have anyone else in Twitch chat? Or in YouTube? If not, I'll pick them from here. Okay, so that's the 2. And that's the 3. I want to try Lumiterra. Xeno also. Wait, Xeno, are you not on the list? Yeah, you're on that list. Is that the same wallet? Yeah, it's the same wallet, Xeno. You're chilling. You're chilling, Xeno. We're passing that spot to someone else. Lumitera servers, they haven't announced yet, so we'll have to see. So Fanny Me quiz. Okay. Oh, it was not showing? Well, now it's showing. I didn't see the message. Oh. Oh. Yeah, sometimes chat does that. Wait, is it in my other? Oh yeah, I can see you guys over there. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can see you guys over here in this chat. So I actually have to go by those that were first. Sorry guys for baiting. But YouTube sometimes auto disables. It was actually Baboon and Mr. Said. But can't promise. I'll add a bonus section. Maybe I can get more, but I already have so many spots. Okay, so we have 360 Baboon. We have M. Sayat. Alright, that's all spots. I was actually waiting for this guy. This guy hasn't given me his thing. Okay, this guy hasn't replied yet. Might be able to move this spot around. Where's my chat? Chat is here. You posted first? No. Unfortunately, you didn't sunset, but I'll try if I can add everyone else to the bonus list, but I cannot promise because I already have so many spots. Ah, fuck, I need Claricide. Yeah, you guys can always reach out to me on Discord, but I'm usually very busy lately with work, so I only check like Discord once a day, kind of. And if there's many messages, I sometimes lose sight, but of course you can reach out. Wait, these bricks dropped pretty in price here. Actually, let me see my offers. Is there anything else I wanna sell? Oh. What the fuck was that skin from Chicken Pet? Apex. Apex also has a Dizzy Dragon. Oh, I sold my VIPs. That's what I sold. You DM me? Yeah, I'll go through it most likely after the stream. Wait, did they fix? Where do you craft trash cans, guys? Does anyone know? Did they fix the trash cans? Wait, did this go up? Fuck! No! No! I think I sold this for too cheap. Uh, 360 minutes stone shaping. Oh, at the MOI. It's actually one of the better crafts. Yeah, they fixed the Voidtonium. But here am I thinking Voidtonium should go up now. Should keep an eye on the supply, how that is moving. I don't think there's many people earning Voidtonium. God of Kansas, very good name. Almost have 5 gold. Almost. Wait, I had a thing in there. MDO. Can only landowners and OG players with high rep trade OTC? You don't have to do OTC anymore, I think. You can... I haven't really... What's the... There's a fixed rate. A fixed... pixel rate here for this. So this times 20 times 2. 1 million coin is worth 6 $6.8. Okay. So in pixels, they're selling you 1 million for $6.8. OTC, I guess you get it for kind of half the price, so OTC is still better. Question is, how long will it be? We will see. Ah, fuck. Any crafts we should be looking out for? Oh, this is like this, okay. Yeah, you can just in Ronin wallet. So you go here to your Ronin wallet, and then you can. First, you need to go to the dashboard. So you click here, open the dashboard. Then on the dashboard, you can withdraw your pixels to your Ronin wallet that's connected with your account. And on that Ronin wallet, you can do whatever you want. You can buy NFTs or sell it or anything. 300k. Anyone gonna buy this? Okay, let me check one more round of taskboard real quick. Ah. Alright guys, so I think we're done for today with this. I think we can host this guy. So share some love. Ali Boumeya, if you don't mind, please can you make how to withdraw? That's a very good idea. I was actually thinking of doing that. Like that's one of the, if I really wanted to focus on YouTube content, that's one of the first things I would do, like how to use the wallet, how to withdraw, how to do all of these things. That's a very good idea. Yeah. Okay, I send you guys over to Zebita. Be nice to him. Give him some shoutouts. And yeah, thanks for watching. And best way to stay updated, guys, just check my Twitter. I'll try to be more active again. Also from my travels now, and yeah, starting the raid here. Does it work? Yeah. Alright, and have some fun with the Halloween as well. See ya.